future is coming on and open. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm used.
Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. For the Minnesota Timberwolves earlier this season, they were the winning team in the last matchup against the Cavaliers.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
Mobley with the block. Here's Ball, and that one drops for him. And Stan, talking about this matchup for a second, when it comes to moving the ball, these two teams have to be considered two of the very best at it.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. Both of these groups, very selfless. Got to give a lot of credit to these coaching staffs for getting their guys to buy in on a team-first mentality. That makes for some tremendous team chemistry. And by the way, it wins a lot of games, too.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. We play just over a minute here in the first. To the middle. Here's Sigma. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, Giddey. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Reed. Mobley with the block.
And whenever Mobley is out there on D, you have to be aware of where he is.
Now the Timberwolves with it. 4-point game. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
That is Giddey at his best, using his long strides to get to the rim.
Here's Ball, and another miss by Cleveland.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
With how well Giddey moves and his 6'8" frame, he's such a tough matchup. There aren't a lot of guys who can guard him.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. There are great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Pass to Reed. Can't connect from short range. And here are the Cavaliers. Here's Brown. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
To the inside. And Reed throws it down.
Well, showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
The Timberwolves leading. Here's Giddey. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giddey's got 9. And here are the Cavaliers now. And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, team. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Guys?
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Buzelis, no one around him. Drills the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
You just got to time it up right.
Pass to Labissiere.
Go, watch it.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 6. The drive-by ball. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And stolen by Mobley. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Right wing. Stolen by Ball. And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 6. And will return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Back to Goodrich. 6 to shoot. With some arc. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Najee, good. Najee's got his first 2 points.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Murray outside. There's a screen by Robinson. For 3. And Keegan Murray with the 3. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. Down low. Inside. Here's Goodrich. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Pass to Nevitt. 6 on the shot clock. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Robinson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Garland with the bucket.
Always good seeing a guard like Garland score inside.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team, fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
To the paint. Here's Nevitt. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Black. Back to DiVincenzo. Now Black. Nevitt with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Down low. Robinson with the block. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside for Murray. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Black.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Outside Garland. Here's Nevitt. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Nevitt's got 4 points this quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Max Strus picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. There's a screen. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Clock at 6. And Reed has it in the corner. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Reed got his second bucket tonight.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Giddey surveying the D. Pass to Buzelis. Picked by Reed. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Stolen by Reed.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
It's stolen by DiVincenzo. 2 on the clock. And Reed throws it down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Here's Ball inside. Sikma. And it's good for 2. Sikma's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Cavs. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Well, you don't see many guys with Buzelis' length run the pick and roll. His potential is unreal.
For 3, Mitchell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels outside. It's Giddey with the drive. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Reed. Deflects the pass. Mitchell with it. McDaniels picks him up. To the middle. Here's Sikma. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Sikma's got 10 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Minnesota making a switch here. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 5.
Well, with each season in the NBA, DiVincenzo has worked to increase his range.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Over to the wing. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much. He can get his shot off against anyone.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over McDaniel. Reed with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 16-point game. Clock at 6. Mitchell outside. To stop the run, Gonzalez grabs the board. Hit by Reed. Here's DiVincenzo.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Brown's shot is off.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pass to Nevitt. 1:03 left in the third. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Cleveland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Vassell outside. Back to Robinson. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Pass to Murray. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Minnesota on top as they end the
Minnesota 46.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Oof, lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
The Cavaliers trailed by 18. Here's Nevitt. Count it.
He can take over, or Garland able to facilitate.
Pass Pass to Monk. There's a screen by Murray. To the inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
To the paint. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And here's Strus for 3. And David Robinson pulls it down. For the 3. And Keegan Murray, good for 3. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And it's Vassell in the corner. Monk for 3. Nevitt with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Stolen by Robinson. Monk looking around. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Here's Giddey. Out to the right wing. Driving the lane.
Well, look at how sudden Black can be on the drive. He saw an opening and did not make the mistake of hesitating.
Here's Ball. And rejection by McDaniels. Timberwolves passing it around. To the middle. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And this is the idea for Giddey. Get enough trays to keep the defense honest.
Mobley is screened. Right side, Ball. Down low. Will it go? A rebound by the Timberwolves. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Inside. Buzelis. Mobley with the rebound.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Here's Sigma. Reed with the rebound. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Black. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Cavaliers ball.
Brown with it. And So it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it.